We are back for the next episode of the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. I am Brian, and the madness has definitely hit already, and has started and has continued all season long, so nothing different there. I am joined by Kyle and Michael. We are without Chad tonight. What's up, guys?
I have to share this real quick. In one of my brackets in the three that we did in our thing, I am 96.2% correct so far.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah. In the one that I shared,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 96.2% correct. The other two, 61%.
Better than my 37.4%.
Wow. That first one, or the one that's the most accurate, like I was kind of just fucking joking. But wow. That proves that March Madness literally is a chaotic fucking cosmic joke.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad to be honest. So,
Congrats to whoever wins.
yep, congrats. So obviously we'll get to the biggest upset of them all. In my opinion, I think in a lot of people's opinion, Kentucky loses to Oakland. Yet another historically bad loss in the NCAA tournament by Kentucky and John Calipari. So we lost to 14 seed Oakland, which is just awful. But you know, it's I don't know. I'll get into it. But Jack Gohlke became one for NCAA history as he scored 32 points on 10 of 20 from three. So that was all he shot, by the way. He shot 23s. He didn't take a single 2-point shot. And the reason he has 32 points is he made 2 free throws at the end of the game. Kentucky, one of the highest scoring teams in the country, second overall. When they were held under 80 this year, they were 3-4, including that loss to Oakland. Not only are us fans, not including you two obviously are not fans, but including fans and analysts, they're calling for Calipari to be fired. Problem with that is he signed a quote-unquote lifetime contract with Kentucky, and because of that, Kentucky would have to pay him $33 million on a buyout.
33. Yeah, 33.
$33 million.
Might just have to tough it out another year.
Another year. That he's on contract till 2030 right now. I don't know. Kentucky is now in the last 5 years they've won one NCAA tournament game. They've won one SEC tournament game in 5 years. That's it. Just awful, pathetic, and
amazing.
It really is. It's time for Mitch Barnhart, which is Kentucky's athletic director, to seriously consider firing him. I've backed him for a while, but I think it's time. You're arguably named one of the greatest head coaches in college basketball history. You've taken 3 separate teams to the Final Four, but you've won one national championship. One. Name the other great coaches in college basketball history. They have multiple championships.
Yeah, he got a lot of his credibility from the NBA stock that gets drafted out of his team, but like they just don't always produce when they're in the tournament. He puts most of his effort in recruiting, and I don't know, maybe he's got all that job security, probably giving him more of a not. Maybe he's not putting the same effort that he would have been putting in before he got the lifetime contract. I don't know.
Right. He's a hell of a recruiter, for sure. I mean, top 3 recruiting classes in the last 15 years is typically what he's doing. But his X's and O's are awful. One of the
Yeah,
worst.
you could always hire outside coaches to give him input and advice. Dude, how much money do you think they could afford on like a really high quality assistant coach?
Yeah, but the problem with that is that most assistant coaches that are that good are gone within a year or two. You know, unless you're Kenny Payne, then you stick around as an assistant for 10 years, and then you get your break.
Yeah, but I mean, some people might look at it as an opportunity just to wait until Calipari's done and retires, because maybe he'll get tired of it, like Nick Saban and all of them. There's coaches that are getting tired of the NIL. Maybe Calipari does, and he
Well,
just says, "You know what? Screw it. I'll retire."
He
Or
said
maybe they ask him to retire, and then they don't have to do the buyout, and then he just goes off in his happy.
he's
way.
not going to do that. I can guarantee you he's
That'd be
not
the
doing
dumbest
that.
shit on the planet. Yeah. He's gonna say you're gonna have to fire me.
No, he mentioned after the game, he mentioned that he's going to have to change his tactics when it comes to recruiting. He's not down on the NIL thing. It's more of getting quality upperclassmen to come,
and leadership to stay versus
as
Yeah,
opposed to.
they've got the fresh recruits that have potential, but it
Right.
doesn't matter in the long run.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
he was talking about age. He was
Yeah.
saying we just lost to a bunch
Maturity.
of 24-year-olds with my 19 and 20-year-olds.
It makes a difference.
so, but here's another thing too. You arguably had, and the 2 best players on the team, well, second and third best on the team, they will be lottery draft picks this year, and you had them coming off the bench. Statistically, when those 2, Rob Dillingham and Reed Shepard, played while on the court, statistically they were the best team in the country, offensively and defensively. Why aren't you starting those guys? I don't understand it. It's bad overall from start to finish. And if he doesn't get fired this year, man, is that seat hot as hell for next season. And
Hey, so we know he's fucked, but also within our brackets, did you know Chad's number 1 in our group with 97.7 fucking %, and he's ranked 621st or 621,000. But Kentucky fucked it. Kentucky fucked it for all of us.
Yeah.
if we did any of us not had Kentucky go out of the fucking first round, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, congrats to him, I guess.
No,
but
it ain't over yet, motherfucker.
It is for me.
It ain't for me. I'm there. I'm still in it. You're let's see. So I am number 2. He's number 1. He's number 1 with 97.7. I have 94.4, and then Brian, his first picks, is 81.2. And then yeah, Parrot, you weren't the worst, but you only did 1.
So
yeah, 35.3.
Take a long time to fill out, man.
So obviously Kentucky losing has been the biggest upset in this year's uh, March Madness so far. I believe all the major upsets that could happen are long gone now since today has ended, as far as the long shot ones go. But 3 of the 4 6 seeds lost yesterday. The last 6 seed played today, but BYU, South Carolina, and Texas Tech all lost yesterday. The 6 seeds losing to the 11 seeds. Mississippi State got blown out by Michigan. That's technically by seeding is a loss. The next worst upset in the bracket was number 4 Auburn losing to 13th Yale, 78-76, which that might help, the whole get Bruce Pearl to Lexington.
Not gonna happen.
Wisconsin lost. Number 5 Wisconsin lost to 12th ranked James Madison by 11. St. Mary's lost to Grand Canyon, another 5-12 loss. Kyle mentioned this right before we started. Florida loses to Colorado. Colorado hit the game-winning shot with 2 seconds left to beat Florida 102-100.
In college, that's sick.
Yeah.
That means there was 0 fucking defense.
In regulation too.
Yeah, regulation.
And then not that you want to talk about the team, but NC State pulling up on Oakland in overtime. Like
Yeah,
the
today.
fact that
Mhm.
Oakland could have gone to the 3rd fucking round is insanity.
Yeah, and Oakland losing today makes the loss to them worse.
I mean,
Makes
only
it
one
worse.
team can win it all.
No, I know, but at least if they make it to the sweet, like a couple years ago when we lost to St. Peter's, didn't they make it to the Elite Eight? So
and then
that didn't
lost.
look as bad. This
No.
looks much worse.
But I don't think you all would have beaten NC State with the way you were playing.
They look lost. I mean, did you all watch the Kentucky game?
I watched part of it. I think they were overwhelmed.
They
I
look
honestly think they were
lost.
overwhelmed.
They didn't
They
look
looked like they were punched in the balls.
It looked like their first game of the season.
They looked overwhelmed.
They couldn't play offense against a 1-3-1 defense, zone defense. I don't even know how you don't scout that. Like that's not something that Oakland just started doing that game. They've been playing that defense all year. How do you not prepare for that?
They were not prepared. Period.
At all.
And I put that on Coach Cal. Like for once, I don't like to blame coaches. But in this situation, he should have prepared them better. And next year, if and when he's still there, I guarantee you're going to see a savageness out of him and see old Cal because, yeah, he got comfy. He got like, oh, I got a lifetime deal. I'm good. Yeah.
And now the chirping's starting.
Like
now
I know
the
you
hot
all are
seats.
way more obnoxious than we are, and we had to fire Kenny Payne just because he was put in a situation that wasn't fair to begin with. And you can only recruit so much, but you gotta fucking promise some blowjobs or titties in your face or something next year. Whatever coach comes there. By the way, I'll do it for $36 million for 4 years. I'm just saying. But with that
watch
said,
the game. Oh, go ahead.
Or actually $6 million for 3 years. That'd be fair. $6 million, $2 million a year. Anyway, moving on. My point being is, thanks for cutting me off, fuckface. You ruined it. God damn it,
Just
you
keep on talking, man. I just didn't
Well,
realize
I'm trying to get where I was. I was backpedaling.
I was
So
waiting
you
for
want to
you
be Kentucky's coach?
Go ahead.
No, I do not want to be Kentucky's coach.
You want to be Louisville's? My bad.
If I was Kentucky's coach, I would volunteer to light the fucking arena on fire. No, I'm just kidding. I'd take the job for real. Moving on. My point being is even with like Louisville's deal, they more or less got put in a situation, even the coach is going to come in this time, whoever it is, they're going to have a bad year the first year. You can't just turn things around like that.
Especially since the restrictions they had.
restrictions.
on him.
The
Yeah.
NCAA are a bunch of cocksuckers, and they make it worse for everybody else. But in our particular case, like we really, really, really utilize the sex trade, to recruit. Like like it was a big deal for
Is
us.
that why I've
Like
seen
I'd go
less
play,
escorts on the streets lately? That's probably why.
dude. You roll down there. I mean, there's some short ass skirts going. But like I don't blame them. Girls got to make money. Anyway, my point being is now that there'll be, less of a microscope and more of a, hey, this person's just got to do the job. We got to suck it up. Ticket sales will be cheaper. I can take the boys to the games, and it's going to be a shit year. But once everyone figures the NIL out, it'll be more exciting. The tournament this year is proof that no one has fucking figured out the NIL. Period. I don't give a fuck. I
UConn
don't give a
did.
fuck that I don't give a fuck that UConn and Houston are having a great year. Fuck Purdue. Fuck NC State. They got lucky. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, they got lucky. Okay, or they learned something from their women's teams. Either way, which is something we didn't do. But I think by the year 2026, you'll see that they'll finally, teams will finally figure it out where they, normally belong there. But then again, you can say you're a college or you can say you're a college basketball team, or you can say you're a college football, program. But at the end of the day, with this shit now, there's no saying anything. There's nothing guaranteed with any sport. I don't give a fuck. Kentucky is at this point in time not a basketball dominant school. They were a basketball dominant school. They are now more football dominant than they are basketball dominant, which is fucking weird and blows my mind.
So, Michael, you said you did not get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, I know. I was trying to say back there. Just I saw the very last few seconds, and yeah, I see what you're saying. That your team looked like shit, but
Shit.
I was just reading Calipari's body language, and yeah,
Just say Coach Cal. You keep butchering his name. Just say Coach Cal.
whatever. Coach Calipari, Calamari, whatever you want to call him.
Tomato, tomato. Yeah.
Fuckface.
Anyway,
Fuckface. I'll accept
anyways,
fuckface.
Yeah, I know. He looked like oh shit. He looked like he was dead.
Fish
man
out of
walking.
water. Fish out of fucking
He's
water.
just like fuck. You just see the beads of sweat just on his head. He's like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
No. He knew he was gonna get yelled at. I don't think he thinks he's getting fired. I think he knew he was gonna get yelled at without a doubt.
I think he is. The chirping already started a couple years ago when we lost to St. Peter's, and now it's not chirping anymore. It's barking. There is loud, and not just normal fans. I mean, we're talking people close to the organization and the college and the team, and they're calling for his head now. So I don't know. We'll see. It's hard for me to believe that they'll buy him out for $33 million.
I don't see it.
No way.
That's
unless
a big
the
waste of money.
boosters come together and get it done.
pay it.
But
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
a lot
see
of money
that.
to just blow away.
One more season, maybe. If
33 million, and then you got to pay 15 to another person to come. Yeah, right.
the only way he can save his ass after next season, they have to make a Final Four. There's no other option. Sweet 16, Elite 8, that's out. We need a Final Four, possibly a championship
it's not a position
game.
I'd want to be in. I don't envy him.
Also on the cutting blocks for upsets, both FAU and Nebraska, both 8 seeds. I know it's technically an upset, but they still lost to the number 9 seed. FAU lost to Northwestern. Nebraska got beat by Texas A&M. And then today, Gonzaga went lights out from 3 in the second half to decimate Kansas by 21 in the end. Now, Kansas didn't have
They were decimating them from the fucking get-go, bro. Dude, they
Well,
were up by it was stupid as fuck.
I think they only went into the half up 7.
Well, when I
maybe
turned it on, they were up by 25. And there weren't any threes involved. They were just slamming that shit.
This is just the headline that I read.
Okay. Well, from what
So
I watched, they were manhandling Kansas. Kansas looked like a little baby boy basketball team out there.
And then I think, right, up until tonight, we didn't have any overtime games, right? Tonight was
Just
the first
the
one.
just the NC game.
NC
Yeah.
State and Oakland went to overtime tonight, and
Yep.
NC State advanced.
Yep.
Um,
Barely.
barely.
I know you're gonna say the next thing, but after you say that, I
Oh.
want to say something about that group.
So real quick, FAU lost to Northwestern. I just mentioned their head coach will now be the head coach of Michigan. And the headline here says FAU's Dusty May passes on U of L and will now be the head coach of Michigan.
Well, fuck you, Dusty. You're a cunt.
So
We don't need you
there-
anyway.
there
You
you
dusty old bag of bones.
there you go. There you go.
Hire me for literally fractions of the cost.
I'll do it for 500,000
$2 million.
to get my foot in the door. Get my
I'll
foot
do
in
it
the
for
door.
$2 million. I ain't letting you coach. Your car will blow up. You ain't
No, I
coaching
want to go to
regardless.
Kentucky. No. I'm not going
That's
to
fine.
U of L.
You go to Kentucky. Oh,
If I-
okay. You just said.
No,
I assumed,
if I coach
assumed,
at U of L, I'm wearing blue suits.
You ain't making it to the fucking locker room. I'm just saying.
By the way, Michael, your Arizona Wildcats didn't fall victim to the 2-15 upset again.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah,
They look good.
They finally made it through a first round.
first weekend, right?
Sweet 16. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Sweet
Yeah,
16
they won
is
today,
nice.
didn't they?
Let's see. Yeah, they beat the Flyers.
Yeah,
today.
that's right,
I
Dayton.
watched most
Yeah.
of that game today, actually. That's actually the game I've watched the most. I haven't had a whole lot of time, but I definitely watched the Arizona Dayton game today.
I'm gonna be honest. When Kentucky lost, I don't care. I stopped paying attention. I haven't really I haven't really watched much of anything of the tournament anymore. I'm just waiting for the news to break. Cal being fired. So something I know. Something just came out. Well, before I get to that, any other things y'all wanted to touch base on for March
Nope.
Madness? We good?
Nope.
Men's
It's so
side.
dumb. Over it.
All right.
Yep, I'm mad at my bracket. That's all.
Aren't we all?
I'm not.
So what came out a couple hours ago is during the women's tournament between Chattanooga and NC State, a referee in that game had to be pulled at halftime because it was discovered that that referee graduated from Chattanooga with a master's degree. Don't you background these referees before the games? You would think you'd know that, right? I mean, how does this happen?
Me personally, with my integrity, I would still fulfill my duties at that point in time. Like, just because I'm a Louisville fan doesn't mean that I wouldn't, not call something.
Right. No. But it's I can see it from the referee standpoint doing their job, but the NCAA, how is this person able to referee for the team
They could have been a sub fill-in.
They weren't
Yeah.
actually. It was the original group for that game.
Yeah, if that's
I
a
don't
rule
know.
you
Yeah.
enforce, I mean, it's kind of weird.
I don't
that it
I don't
got
really
by.
care.
I mean, I'm sure they checked. I mean, if they caught it late, I mean, that means they check it for some reason.
Well,
but why
no,
would you-
somebody,
the
no,
best-
people were pointing it out. The
Yeah,
LinkedIn
I'm
profile surfaced somehow,
Oh.
and
Okay, so that just means people are petty and fucking have too much goddamn time on their hands. Because as far as I'm concerned, if the NCAA or whoever fucking pays them to do the job, if they're the best qualified person to do it, then so be it. That'd be like saying Tom Brady couldn't play against Detroit or play for Detroit because he played for Michigan. That's fucking stupid.
well, no, playing is different, but
I'm just throwing something out there.
sure,
I really don't care
sure,
either way.
I gotcha, but
Meaning, if I'm hired for, okay, I'm a police officer, and I'm told that I've got to go to, I'm a Louisville police officer, and they're like, oh, you're at the Kentucky game? Well, even though you're out of your jurisdiction, we need extra help for security. They're like, oh, well, he fucking, works in Louisville, so like, I'm just saying it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
But
It is kind of silly.
It's stupid.
but they could not call something.
They could not call something because they were betting on it.
No,
I mean, the integrity's fucked anyway.
I get it. But if
It's a
if you
joke.
have the rules in place, why aren't you abiding by them?
Yeah, that's
You
the
know.
only problem I see. If that's really a rule, then just
Well, obviously
do
it
the
is if
check
she was
before
pulled.
the game. Yeah,
You
if that's
know.
the rule.
Or
I
he
mean-
actually don't know. I don't know if it was a man or a woman. The person's name is Tommy with an I, so I don't.
Not going there.
Yep, don't know. All right. So to the NBA, the Pelicans have started to surge.
Whoa. I wanted
Sorry.
to add on to the
Oh,
thing.
my bad. Oh,
Or
my
not
bad. Go
the
ahead.
thing, but of that area.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
are you a Caitlin Clark fan?
Not particularly. No. I
I know
don't.
you're a vast watcher of women's basketball. But I don't think anyone's stopping Iowa, personally. Like, I didn't even do a bracket. Do they have brackets for women?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never seen one. Um, I'm being dead serious.
I know.
I'm
No,
not
it's
trying to,
it's
I'm not
definitely
trying to joke.
it's definitely a
It may
thing.
sound funny, and I don't apologize to any women out there offended at all, because I don't care. Um,
It's definitely a
I
thing.
love you. I love you all equally.
Right.
However, with that said, I don't see or have even looked. Usually for me, it's UConn because that's all you ever hear about in women's basketball is fucking UConn. So my
Not
guess
this
is even if
year.
they, huh?
Not this year.
Why?
It's Iowa.
It's
No,
Iowa
I'm
and
saying it's
it's
going to be Iowa. Meaning,
South Carolina
Can they
and
face? Can they be in the Final Four together
LSU.
or no? Fuck
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can they be in the Final Four together?
I have no idea.
I
I
haven't
don't
looked at it.
know.
Anyway, let's say they do. Iowa will stomp the fuck out of them. Like, I don't think Holy Cross is that good.
I'd love to see
But
Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. LSU versus her.
that'd be fair. 91 to 65, and she damn near got a triple double in their first round win. I mean, not to mention she's like Miss Logo 3, isn't she? Like for their
She's
sport and
yeah,
their smaller ball.
she's basically been compared to Steph as far as range
Yeah,
goes. As far as range,
she did she did the 3-point contest. Like,
No, she
No,
didn't.
that
No.
that was the other famous girl from college from Oregon.
Yeah.
What's her last name? I don't know how you say her last name.
Yeah.
you could have fooled me. I mean, as far as I'm
Onescu or
concerned,
something, or I don't even.
Sabrina.
well, they've got.
Sabrina Onescu,
Yeah.
isn't that what it is?
All right,
I don't
well,
remember how to pronounce it,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I'm definitely butchering it.
But no, next year they talked to her about that at the 3-point contest. Hold on, real quick. No. They talked about it about teaming up next year. Steph and Clay versus Sabrina and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I'm saying like they have like Sabrina her had some similarities, so like that's why I automatically assumed because I watched her play just for the fuck of it, and I was like, holy shit, like she can hit it deep, like
right.
with the smaller ball. But honestly, I mean, I don't see her not going pro, like unless she just has no interest in it. Like, there's no way in hell. Like the Miami, the Hottie twins from Miami. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, hang on. These fucking women are amazing. I only know them because of TikTok, but still, if they ban TikTok, I'm gonna be annoyed. Women's basketball Miami Twins. You gotta look these girls up. Oh, here they are. The Cavender twins. Yeah, Cavinder. Dude, like, yeah, check them out. Like,
No, I've heard of that. I've heard that name before.
They're TikTok rich and now starting to be NIL rich, but they were actually a big part of the last NIL talk, like with Nick Saban and a couple of the
Oh
other
yeah, I've
people that
seen
went
them
up there to
before.
talk with the NIL and the Senate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, they help push some shit across. Like, there's some pretty powerful women, and like, good for them. Like, please go to the WNBA because
Well,
you're smoking hot, and I still want to see you.
apparently they
Fucking go
part
out
of
there and crush
WWE
it.
now.
That's awesome. Like, good for them. But like, even watching them do like their dribble routine, like it's like
Mhm.
watching two chicks in a mirror or one chick in a mirror. It's crazy. Like, yeah. Anyway, I'll put the boner down. But yeah, that's all I have to say about women's basketball. Is good for you and go get it. And
Don't
they're short,
stand up
sh-
right
and they're
now, Kyle. Whatever you
and
do.
they're short, and their shorts should be
No
shorter.
one wants to see that. Jesus. It's the pleat. I swear.
It's gray pants. I can't help it.
AJ White
You
over
can't
here.
pull off gray sweatpants. Don't wear them.
Right. All right, to the NBA. To the NBA.
I
So
apologize.
over the past 5 games, the Pelicans have been surging. Zion's been healthy. He looks
Finally,
good. He
finally,
looks
for
in
once in
shape.
his fucking career,
He's been averaging over 30 over this 5-game stretch.
he took
And
the cheese off of his cheeseburgers.
yes, yes. But now Brandon Ingram's out. So it's just
I mean, tomato,
another
tomato.
thing
Luck.
for,
He needs to leave the Pelicans like your boy did, AD.
well, Brandon Ingram used to be a Laker, and
Not him.
we traded
Not
him
him.
there.
Zion. Zion.
We traded
Zion
Brandon
needs to
there
go
for AD.
to like, New England, Boston.
Yeah, right. Like you're all going to be able to afford that once Tatum gets his contract.
Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, and Zion.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Sorry, Bry. See you, White.
Yeah, like he's going to be able to, like they're going to be
Dude,
able to
White is
afford him.
so tiny compared to like Luca or watching him against Wamby, yeah.
Wembanyama.
Wimby.
Wemby.
What's his
Yeah,
nickname?
Wemby.
Wimby, yeah, Wimby.
Wemby.
Yeah, I know. I've seen him. Fuckface. I just meant
I
his
spelled it
nickname.
out just in case it couldn't be heard properly.
Yeah,
That's all.
everyone listening, don't take offense like I just
Well,
did.
we might not have big
Fuckers.
NBA fans, that would know
What's the
that.
NBA? Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
know.
Yeah, I love the NBA.
No basketball attitude. Never mind. Moving on. What I meant to say was just watching him lately too. Like, I'm looking forward to him not being a Spur someday because
He's not
good
going
for him.
anywhere.
Yeah, he's probably a lifer. But
I think Pop's gonna coach another 15 years just to keep him.
just to live off of him.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm gonna live vicariously through you, bro.
He's like,
Thank
oh my
you.
God, I never thought I'd meet somebody better than Tim Duncan, and here we
Yeah,
are.
he's like, oh, rookie season, shit. He's like, you just saved my job. Thank you. But anyway, watching him last night, literally he posts up, did a long distance fucking Curry 3, and I was
Did you
like,
see that? That was right off the tip.
fuck, right off the tip. I was
Yeah.
like, holy fuck! Like they got the rebound, bounce it back to him. He walks up, basically does like almost a fucking logo 3. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I was like, what? It wasn't even called for.
No.
Like you weren't down, you weren't trying to catch up. Like it was the fucking first possession of the fucking game. I was like, calm down, bro.
Yeah, he's special. He's as long as he
Not
can
like
stay
hitting the head
healthy.
special, like
Right.
awesome special.
Speaking of special, talent special. Ever since the trade rumors started a month before the trade deadline, D'Angelo Russell has been playing out of his mind. Just crazy hot from everywhere on the floor. And he just set a Lakers single season 3-point record with about 15 games left, I think. 13 games, something like that. So obviously just blew it out of the water. He's typically making about 4 a game right now, which is really good because before the trade rumor started, dude, he couldn't throw it in the ocean out there in California. He was awful. People were wanting him traded.
I could throw it in the ocean.
So if he can play consistent, that's a great third option because for whatever reason, Austin Reeves hasn't panned out so far this year. So, contract, man, went to his head, maybe. That 4-year deal he got, 60-something million. All right. Kyle, you were not here Wednesday when we talked
I
about.
won't be until summer,
I know.
everyone. So I don't know if this wasn't relayed or if I haven't said it, but I'm a full-time fucking single father, and I do it all on my own, and I take care of my mother, and I'm fucking crippled myself. So I won't be here on Wednesday nights because I wanted to do just weekends only, but my colleagues have decided otherwise to grant you all twice a week without me because that's what they want. Understood.
Right.
So you're welcome.
The reason I
guess.
brought that up is because we talked about Shohei Ohtani's interpreter
Giving away that money
being
to his quote unquote interpreter and saying go place these bets for me. Bullshit.
so
Bullshit.
we obviously talked about that, but
Well,
since
I would have
then,
loved to talk about it too, because that's cockamamie bullshit lie. You're a fucking piece of shit, and the MLB's protecting you because it looks bad for them if their fucking new praised, 10-year fucking cocksucker deal with a back end pay gets fucking banned and kicked out. So they quote unquote blamed his interpreter.
I don't think they're protecting him because Major League Baseball just opened up their own investigation into it. So, what do you think that means, Michael? Do you think MLB is just trying to cover their tracks, or?
I mean, it's in the MLB's best interest it goes away. So regardless of what the outcome of the investigation is, I mean, I think they're
gonna do it on purpose.
They're not gonna find anything. I feel like, but
No.
I don't know. The story's been coming out weird. I mean, obviously, if this is like somehow Ohtani's related to gambling, just that's bad for baseball overall because like he is like a mega international star and he's worth a lot of money to the MLB, and if he's suspended or banned for life from baseball like Pete Rose, yeah, that's not good. I mean, as much as
He'll just go play somewhere else
and I want all ill will to happen to Dodgers, and like I want every single player on their team to get caught gambling.
Caught gambling?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh, caught.
Caught gambling.
I mean, maybe they're gambling with their cocks too. I don't know. But I was just saying, like, yeah, if Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts want to go have their translators go place a few bets for him and get caught, that's all I'm saying.
So,
bullshit.
But Pete Rose was betting on baseball games. From all reports,
not his own, but not his own.
I know.
It's illegal.
Never his own.
I know. But according to all the reports,
$4 and he denied everything. So if it comes out that he was involved, he's a liar for one.
True.
So
that's not good. But he did not bet on baseball games. From the reports that have come out. So,
You're fucking filthy rich. Why are you betting on anything?
Because he's broke right now because he deferred it all.
He deferred it all for 10 years.
Well, that's what you get, you dumbass.
He's like, I need to make some money now.
He only got 20 million of the 700.
Oh,
that's
man.
it.
Poor fucking you.
Hey, man, have you seen how much it costs to live in California?
He's been living there forever.
Yeah, he's lived in California.
I know. Yeah. He was in Anaheim for 6 years?
Yeah.
Before that?
Yeah.
My opinion and view on it is he's a fucking dirtbag, but it's really, really, really bad for baseball. And if they go any other which way, and I think that's why the MLB's stepping in instead of like, well, I mean, it's not illegal to gamble, but I don't think they'll find anything like on purpose. And I think if anything's presented to them, it's because somebody's a dipshit that just wants to see him pay. But I really don't see that happening if he was smart about it.
All right. To the NFL. Chiefs traded L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans for draft capital next season. Not even this upcoming draft. I Didn't see this coming.
Next season.
They get a 2025 draft pick. And then
It-
something else, I think, too. But
They're really just trying to get rid of the contract. So this is just a salary dump move, and they were trying to get as much value. I mean, how old is he? He's getting up there, and he's closer to 30. He's been with them since the beginning of their run with Mahomes, I'm pretty sure.
oh, has he been there that long?
Okay, no, he's in his prime still. Although, I mean, you never know. He's 27.
27, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's still got 3 good years in him.
In football, in that position, he's basically 35.
Yeah, I was gonna say cornerbacks. Once you get into your late 20s,
Yep.
they like to keep them young.
Unless
Especially
you are,
since he had to practice against Tyreek Hill for many years.
yeah,
He ran
unless
a
you're
four-
unless you're Richard Sherman, you're not doing it for a long time.
He ran a 4.37 in his NFL combine. I'm sure.
I guarantee you couldn't do that now.
But he could.
He's probably not that fast anymore, but he's
They,
still
you lose
very good.
You lose speed as a corner, which is why they move you to safety as you get older.
Okay. No, he only won 2 Super Bowls.
Only? Oh, shit.
So he wasn't there for the first one?
No,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's only got 2 Super Bowls.
weak.
Fucker.
So
Back to you, fuckers.
also, what was discovered earlier in the week that Cameron Sutton was wanted by the police for a
What?
domestic violence situation, and
Oops.
he still hasn't been found.
I mean,
This is
If you
not
got
good
enough
for
money.
him. This is.
I mean, not if he drained his bank accounts and went overseas and he's living in
See ya.
Thailand somewhere.
retired.
I don't know. This doesn't look good. And apparently,
Who did this?
Cameron Sutton, the
What
defensive back from the
It's
Broncos,
domestic
right?
violence, but
Oh,
there's
don't
no
beat your
details.
wife.
No, he's a Detroit Lion.
Oh, Detroit Lion. Okay.
Oh,
So
shit, he got released.
well, because of that, because of this
Um,
situation.
So if he would have, dude, he was a 97. Wait, what the fuck? How much money was he making?
A lot.
Oh my fucking god. He
I saw
had
some
he had
savage.
10.5 million guaranteed just for this year. You fucking idiots. Dude, you guys are given like the fucking opportunities of a lifetime and you fucking uh Johnny Manziel that shit. Like fuck you. Fuck you.
What were we gonna say, Michael?
Sorry.
I don't even know. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay. So
It blows my fucking
a
mind.
report came out that apparently he either was wanted for domestic violence 10 years ago or he was charged with it. This is not a new thing for him apparently.
What the
This
fuck?
is not new.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Then why run?
I don't know.
That's got to be the dumbest thing, and any lawyer on earth would have said, dude, relax.
Yeah, I think his playing days are done. There's no way that
Yeah. There's no coming back from this.
The strangulation charge.
yes. Yeah.
Unless he's dead in a ditch.
The one
which
10
I
years ago,
doubt
you
it.
mean? Right, Michael?
Was that the 10 years ago?
Or,
Was his
I don't
previous
know.
one? No, I think that's what his domestic abuse.
Oh,
is
right now.
Domestic
okay.
battery by strangulation.
Yeah, that's the recent one.
Oh, recent. Okay. Did he kill her?
No.
What'd she say, though?
I don't know if there's too many details about or coming from the victim side
Yeah,
of the thing.
the warrant
That's
is for
not-
domestic
that's good.
battery by strangulation.
Oops.
But
Yeah, it's terrible.
Go
It really
punch a
is.
fucking bag
It's-
and walk away, bro.
I don't.
Go for a jog.
Yeah, when he was let's see, when he was 19 or 20, he also had another domestic.
Jesus Christ.
let's
Oh,
see.
I remember what I was gonna say. So when I first saw this news, it was on Twitter and some savage comments, or maybe it was Reddit, whatever. But it must have been a Lions fan who like, "Hey, I've got a tip for the police. If you're looking for him, he's usually 3 or 4 yards behind a wide receiver."
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I was
Well,
like, that's
they'll
good.
be drafting a cornerback for sure now.
Yeah, so obviously, there's no place in the world for this
No. No.
ever.
No. He'll never play
And
football in any league.
it's worse when you're supposed to be a role model.
Yep.
Um,
In Detroit of all places.
yeah, obviously one of the tougher places to live.
Yeah. You just suck it up and move on.
But I don't understand why. I mean, it's time after time. Another one of these players gets hit with something like this, which is just it really is sad.
It is.
It, to allow someone, and I'm speaking from experience, what I'm about to say, someone to control your life and to allow that to happen. Obviously, when you're in it, you don't realize it. And then when you do realize it, it can be complicated. But it doesn't matter what's going on. You never put your hands on the woman ever, especially strangulation. There's nothing that she could have done to, warrant that kind of activity from him. So hopefully he's found soon. I don't know which one of y'all said it. I think you did, Kyle. I hope we don't find him dead. That
You might.
I,
Now, if somebody comes at you with a knife, that's a different story. But like strangling your partner, not cool, dude.
yeah.
And it's like that 22-year-old that was at that bar in, Nashville.
Is that
He was with his bros.
no,
and
that
he was
wasn't Ray
drinking.
Rice. Who was that?
What?
The one you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about just a regular kid.
Okay.
Yeah. He was just out drinking and got overserved, and then went out to the bar told him to leave, so he went over to another bar. They gave him one beer. He had his buddies with him, and then he went outside on his own, talked to a police officer. They didn't hear from him, and then just recently they found his body.
Oh, yeah. The white kid?
In the yeah, and
2
they
weeks
found
ago,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, and they found his body.
Just
and
found him, yep.
Yep, pretty much foul play situation. But it's like, even in those type of situations, it's like always just be careful. Like always go out with somebody that
Be
gives
aware
a shit
of your
about you.
surroundings.
Yeah, and always go out with somebody who gives a shit about you. Meaning, if you've gone missing, they're gonna call the police, or they're not gonna let you go missing. They're gonna put you in a cab and say, "Night night, go home."
Yeah, that was always my fear when I was growing up. I mean, I had parents that basically said no drinking. So I never
Well,
became a
didn't stop
drinker.
me, but yeah.
Yeah, I never became a drinker, never really been a big drinker. But when I have gone all out, typically it's around family or it's been around you, Kyle, or Chad. It's been around people that I actually trust.
Right, people that won't just leave you in a ditch.
Exactly. That's why I never
I mean, I'll
drank with
take a
my
picture
ex-wife.
of you in a ditch, but I won't leave you in the ditch. Like, that's a different story.
That's why I never drank with my ex-wife.
That's fair.
No trust.
That's why
And
I
I
have
was
2
going to end up
kids.
in a ditch somewhere. All right.
No offense.
So after almost 7 years, it looks like the Texans are going to finally get their sole owner. They're set to vote on Cal McNair to become the full owner of the Texans, which the McNair family.
Is that Air McNair's dad?
I don't think so. I don't think there's no
joking.
relation.
I'm joking.
But apparently the McNair family they've had 10 part principal owners up to this point because whoever the previous owner was died in 2018 and left it to 10 family members to control the team.
Jesus Christ.
So
that had to be a fun fucking meeting.
Oh, dude. Well, they did something right this past season because
but I would put that on coaching.
Well, the owners have to hire the coach, and the GM and do all that. They have to approve on all that.
I'm not giving any one of those 10 fuckers credit.
Okay. Speaking of 10, Aaron Donald announced his retirement after 10 seasons earlier this week. He said, quote, "I feel complete. I'm full, and I don't think I know I don't have the motivation to get up and do another camp and play 17 games, and he's just tired. He's ready to call it quits." Yeah.
I feel so sorry for you, bro.
He finished.
That is a lot of triple teams.
Yes.
I mean, if you like it, JJ, JJ called it quits. He could have gone for a few more years.
His was more injury related.
Yeah, no, he was injury prone as a fuck. But maybe that's what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be like, oh fuck,
Hey, breaking news: we have a very close game here coming down to the wire. 2 versus 7 seed Tennessee, Texas. Battle of the Orange teams.
Oh.
55-56, 26 seconds left.
Wow.
Nail biter. Low scoring game though.
Yeah, it is. Tennessee's more of a high-powered scoring offense, but Aaron Donald retired with 111 sacks, by the way. So
that's pretty decent. That's Hall of Fame right
good.
there.
Well, he's first ballot.
He's a Hall of Famer.
The second best defensive lineman to
ever play.
Reggie White.
Whoa,
yeah.
Well.
I mean, he's second best ever played. Number one being.
I would take Reggie, but.
Well, yeah, I say Reggie White's number one. Aaron Donald,
second two, Reggie. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I guess LT was more of a linebacker, wasn't he?
He
was a hybrid.
Yeah,
he's a hybrid.
Okay.
Best interior.
That's why I reacted like that. I was like, wait a second.
Reggie was more interior too, right? He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So, Donald and Reggie, best interior defensive lineman of all time.
Hey,
the Minister of Defense.
Hey, your Ducks are gonna lose to the NCAA champs.
Well, they're not my Ducks in basketball.
It's kind of like me, Kyle. He has his basketball team, and then he has his football team. Though.
Oh well, yeah, because Arizona's your basketball team, but still, the Ducks are fucked.
Well,
this team's going all the way because I picked it.
It's pretty sad when Kentucky football is better than Miami football. That's really bad. And Miami's basketball team is more respectable than Kentucky's lately. So
I'm just saying, Kalbrenner on Creighton, like he's fucking awesome.
Hey, well, my 4 championship picks are still alive for now, but Tennessee might be knocking out one of my final 4 picks of Texas.
Well, I'm glad I didn't pick them in my final 4.
3-point lead with 15 seconds to go and counting.
13.
Texas trying to score. Ooh. And he bricked that 3.
Michael's probably behind. So
I'm at 8.8 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, then you're 2 seconds ahead of me. I'm watching on a thingy.
It's not looking good for Texas right now. I'll just say that.
No.
All right, so last few weeks we've been doing, today in sports history. So we got a couple things here. In 1957.
Say the second one.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay.
In 1957, the 19th NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, North Carolina beat Kansas in triple overtime. You ready? It was triple overtime, and the final score was 54-53.
Very, very offensive game right there.
Okay, so.
But they didn't have the three. They didn't have the threes.
They did not. Yeah, that's
so
true.
chill.
That's true.
Tackling was allowed in basketball.
That was the last time tackling was allowed.
Right in the dick.
Tackle your opponent before he goes up to the rim.
Yeah, but the reason we're bringing this up is Wilt Chamberlain went to Kansas, and he actually won MVP of the tournament despite not winning the title. So
that's pretty impressive. That means he scored all of the points of every game.
it doesn't happen very often, and it has not happened in a very long time. I don't know the exact time it happened last, but it's been like 40
37.
years.
It's been 84 years.
I hope you're getting that, by the way.
No shit. Oh, you meant him?
No, you and Chad, but that inside stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, no shit. Meaning he's obviously too busy to do it.
Clearly. All right, Kyle, you can take
The year was 1994. Wayne Gretzky sets an NHL record with 802 goals scored. Dude, I was ecstatic as a Blues fan, a young Blues fan. When we got Wayne, I couldn't even tell you what the fucking like icing rule was, but like I just remember everybody getting fucking jumpy and happy and all that, and then he fucking left us immediately. So, you know, it didn't last very long. But he was like with us for a season or two or like season and a half. It wasn't a grand adventure, but Wayne Gretzky was lightning on ice. Like he was awesome. And good for him. And I want the third birthday.
Okay. Michael, I'll let you do the second one.
Okay.
So before that, do you know how many goals Wayne Gretzky finished with? He set the record at 802, but do you know how much he finished with?
My guess is gonna be 869.
1,072.
Holy fuck! Didn't he do that at like? Was he 26 at the time or 29? Or he was below 30 when he broke it, right? He was
That
under
I'm not
30
sure,
when he
but
broke it. I know that off the top of my head. I don't know a
regular
lot of hockey facts.
regular
but I know he was
season
under 30.
regular season goals he had 894. The rest were in the playoffs. So.
Fuck, duck.
All
That's a
right.
lot of goals, bro.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
hard to. That's not getting broken. Like he still holds it, right?
Let's.
Alexa,
Yeah, because
who has
what's
the
his
most
name? Who plays now
goals
is
in
threatening it.
hockey? So just special.
It says Wayne Gretzky. Alexander Ovechkin is the active leader, and
Ovechkin.
he's he is currently about
894 career.
49 goals away from breaking or tying his record.
766 career goals.
Well, Yager's second. I don't think he's passed Yager yet.
Yager's at 766 goals. Alex Ovechkin's at 845.
Never mind, he passed Yager. So.
And Gordon Howe is above whoever you just said.
That kid from Chicago, shame Chad's not on here, but that kid from Chicago is gonna fucking light shit up. Like he was hurt and still was leading the fucking league. Like that's stupid as fuck. Like he's been hurt for most of the season, and he was
What
still
kid are we
leading.
talking about?
The fucking kid that the goddamn Blackhawks fucking yeah, I said it.
Their rookie. draft.
Their rookie fucking cocksmoker, Cocksmith. Sorry, I just wanted to keep saying cock. Black.
Well, it is Saturday night.
I'm pretty sure there's been
Cock.
multiple mentions
Connor
of that word
Bedard?
in this episode. Jeez.
Heinous.
Connor Bedard.
I even showed mine.
Is that who you're
Down
talking
goes
about?
Texas. Down goes one of my final four, so I only have
Oh.
a chance to get through.
You didn't pick Tennessee? The Tennessee Volunteers?
I did not.
That's why your bracket's gonna lose.
Kyle,
My
is the
bracket
guy that
is
you're
huge.
referring to Connor Bedard for the Blackhawks? Is that who you're referring to?
One moment.
Okay.
It's loading. Yeah, Connor Bedard. It's Bedard.
Oh, is it Bedard? Okay.
Connor Bedard. He is a fucking phenom, bro. Like he is stupid as shit. Like you should watch some of his highlights. Like I don't get too excited about
stupid.
hockey players, but he is stupid good. Like he's a little fucking cocksmith. Like he's an asshole, and I don't like him because he's on the team he's on. So once he realizes that he can go to a better team like the Blues, we'll be
No,
okay.
like the Sharks.
No one. The Sharks don't want to be Sharks.
Who've
They
been
don't belong.
eliminated
Sharks
from
don't belong
playoff
on ice. They don't belong on ice. It doesn't
They
fucking make any
They only
sense.
have a negative 129 goal
They're
differential.
fucking trash. They're trash. They've let me down on so many parlays. Fuck them.
Why are you putting them? They're
Because
tanking.
you get a lot of fucking odds, dude, with picking them. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you
Just
do.
don't trust me to.
Because they're never
Just don't
gonna
trust me
win.
to select it. Yeah, because they
That's
won't. They
good.
suck dick.
They'll give you the best odds on them every night.
He got a. So Chicago Blackhawks rookie Connor Bedard had surgery to repair his fractured jaw, and will be out 6 to 8 weeks. After he was knocked out in the first period of a 4-2 loss at the New Jersey Devils January 5th. So he should be back anytime soon if he's not already. But he could single-handedly turn their season around, and they could still make the playoffs, possibly. I doubt it, but it's possible. But he's basically like the Wemby of hockey right now. Like he's just, oh shit, this literally has, it's got him and Wemby next to each other. What the fuck? In immediate number one picks, Wemby and Bedard discuss dealing with great expectations, facing off against their idols, the meaning behind their jersey numbers, and so much more.
All right.
I wouldn't have gone with like 98. I'd have gone with like 69 as my jersey, and I got meaning behind that.
All right, that's our NHL talk for the next 365 days.
Oh man.
All right, so also today we did sports history there, a couple things. Also today we have birthdays.
I want the last one.
1973, Jason Kidd was born. Obviously a Hall of Fame career, and now he's coach of the last team he played for in the Dallas Mavericks, and obviously has a special talent in two of those guards that he has.
Thank you to his dad for not pulling out. Thank you, dude.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Jason Kidd.
San Francisco native, Cal Golden Bear. Known for his time more, I feel like, with the New Jersey Nets, even though he won a championship with the Mavericks and Dirk, right?
Over LeBron's Heat. First year LeBron was in Miami. Yep.
Knocked everyone's souls to the ground
Dirk,
with a what?
Dirk had one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history.
Dirk wanted that shit bad.
If y'all ever
Dirk was like, you ain't touching my shit.
If you ever have a chance to go back and watch highlights from that, not just that series, but his entire playoff run.
I watched that one. I definitely watched that.
When they faced against the Thunder, in the Western Conference Finals.
They were the Thunder at the time too, though.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Game 1, Dirk had 48 points, and he was 24 of 24 from the free throw line. At that time was a record. I don't know if it's still the record or not, but he also generated one of the most unstoppable shots in NBA history, probably the third most unstoppable shot in NBA history with that one-legged step back. It's just
seen it
unguardable,
alive, bro.
Yeah.
Seen it alive. It is scary and annoying.
All right, Michael, who else's birthday is it today?
You get to do the second one.
MJD, also known as Maurice Jones-Drew. Very, very talented running back. Human bowling ball. just a little ball of muscle. And I'll never forget his one play when he frickin' pancaked Sean Merriman. That was before internet and viral stuff, but that definitely was circulating when MJD just put Sean Merriman on his butt. But yeah, he was a very good running back at UCLA, and then probably him and Fred Taylor, top two running backs of all time for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, Kyle.
2014.
Happy birthday.
Who else's birthday?
One of my most controversial, not favorite people on this earth, but also favorite to watch basketball. That's the only thing I like watching him do. Other than that, I don't like watching him talk or his politics because he's fucking nuts. Your boy, Kyrie Irving, born in 1992. So I'm older than him. That makes sense. He is an American basketball guard. 2011 NBA draft #1 pick to the Cleveland Cavaliers born in all places on flat Earth, Melbourne, Australia. Flat Earth. You're welcome, America and world.
Uncle Drew.
He is knucking futs, and I love that about him. But like, I just want to know what he drinks before he talks, or like what medication he's on, because he either needs to up it or stop completely. But he's worse than listening to Conor McGregor sometimes, and I love Conor McGregor, but like Conor McGregor's going through some shit. Like I just watched that interview with Conor McGregor, where he's talking he talk about doing and baseball, and and then that stuff. Like literally, you should watch his interview with Jake about the fucking like he was like this. He couldn't fucking sit still, and like he was just blinking. He's like, yeah, I'm a white belt in acting, and it was really great. And he like said it like
Cocaine's
3
a hell of a
times.
drug.
Dude. And you're like, if I was Jake, I would be like, dude, like go do a line or something. Like stop, please. I'd be like, can you pause this interview like right now and like at least let him do 2 bumps, please, for the love of God. He made $5 million in his acting debut. You know the guy who played in was it Captain Phillips, the pirate, made like $800 or some stupid shit. Whereas like, you know, Tom Hanks made probably like 20 million. But $5 million, like not even The Rock got $5 million in his first fucking film, and that's pretty impressive. Like if he does the like anti-hero and plays the bad guy, gets the whole protagonist and antagonist thing going on, I think he could really do well in some movies. Like if anyone hasn't seen Roadhouse yet, it came out on Friday. It is a remake for you Gen whatevers that don't know what a decent movie is. It came actually out the year I was born, 1989, Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze. It's not as good as the original, but it was decent. Like it could have gone to movie theaters, but the whole thing behind it was its original creators and even some people that were in the original film agreed that it's one of those like dirty feel-good movies where it doesn't really need to be in theaters because it's a cult classic type film. So Gyllenhaal and the director were like throwing a hissy fit prior to it being released on Prime, but I don't care. It was amazing. 4.5 out of 5 for me.
So
And
Kyle
I don't
just
I don't I don't
became
rate shit that high.
Kyle just became the first person in history to talk about Patrick Swayze, Tom Hanks, and Kyrie Irving in the same soliloquy. So
And Conor McGregor.
He was like playing like what is that?
talk
7
about taking a
Degrees of
bump. Whew.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, what's going on?
I will say that I will say that Kyrie Irving on the court is really special and the greatest handles in NBA history.
Did you see
without
that hook
question.
shot the other day? Did you see that hook shot
Which,
the other day where
real
he stepped
quick,
out of bounds?
Yes,
still got it?
I have. He stepped out of bounds, and the craziest part is the night before, the Lakers lost a game because the referees went to go review something, and they took LeBron's three-point shot away because someone else stepped out of bounds before that play, before LeBron shot the ball. So
I think they took it easy on him.
oh man, that infuriated me.
I thought Jokic I thought that half that team was gonna jump out of their skin because like yeah. Oopsies.
All right.
Hey, that was a pretty good movie review, right?
Yeah,
That wasn't
right.
terrible. Hey, come on. Go watch the goddamn movie and shut the fuck up.
So I currently have a 7-pick NBA parlay that has now gotten 6 out of 7 so far. Just waiting on the Nuggets to beat the Trailblazers tonight, and then that's a easy win. Easy 7-pick parlay. I will take it.
I need you to take a break from that app after this week or
Do
after
what?
March Madness.
What?
I need you to take a
Me?
I need you to take a break from that app, bro.
Me?
Like after this next week, you need to
Me?
take a break from that app, bro.
Me? Dude, I'm getting alerts. I'm getting alerts 3-4 times a day. Scott has placed 15 bets. Scott's placed 10 bets.
I can't listen. He has made more bets than any of us combined, and I can't talk about him like that because I can't stop that. But you, you're within arm's reach now.
But I haven't deposited any money in the past 2.5 months. So
just saying, bro.
I mean,
if it comes to that point, for the love of God, please uninstall it. Because trust me, you do not want that kind of problem.
it's not a. I mean, well, you can't really see it. Oh, there's part of it.
Just
green,
knock on wood.
green. I'm just waiting on that
It's
last
touch,
one.
You
Right
touch
there.
those betting apps more than I touch like Grindr or Tinder.
I bet you touch Grinder, you dirty fuck.
If it had lesbians, I would.
I bet it does nowadays.
Dude, maybe.
They're
like looking for a third.
They're
'cause I like the
transitional
tango.
lesbians.
Well, hopefully they've completed their
Okay,
transition. Because
all right.
that ain't happening.
We gotta keep. We gotta get it back to sports. Okay.
Do we?
It's 2024, okay? Chicks with dicks, who cares?
All right, it's Saturday. We have our
Dicks
plus
with
minus.
chicks.
Plus minus.
My plus was not that conversation. My plus was I got this new shirt, Venom. I love it. It was $8 at Walmart, and it's neon, and it's like 90s. I got a Spider-Man one too.
You got another shirt
Brian,
today, didn't you?
Yeah, Brian dropped me off a shirt, but I won't share that one because it's not appropriate at all.
Wait, hold on.
I
can
also
share
have a
it.
Ted Lasso shirt.
I can share it.
No, seriously, don't.
No, why
Seriously,
not?
don't. I'm not getting fired from my job.
No.
I'll fucking quit right now. I'm not kidding. I will never do a podcast ever again. I'm not joking. I'm not. Don't associate me with that. I'm not kidding at all. Don't fucking show it. Not worth it. Really not. I can't have that. I can't get fired. Dude.
Okay,
Please
we'll wear it. We'll wear them together next Saturday.
That's fine. I ain't showing that shit to the world.
Okay. All
Not
right.
worth it.
So that's your plus. You got a
Yep.
you got a minus this week.
This conversation. No. My minus would be my oldest had a rough week at school. And I had to kind of help him out, but luckily the minus kind of turned into a plus where he turned it around. Like he had a really, really bad Monday and Tuesday. Like I had to take off work Tuesday to like, I don't want to say take a mental health day, but like mental health is serious, even with a 7-year-old. Like I know it sounds crazy, but
I know what you're going through.
they notice and see everything. And it wasn't so much me as it was another absent part in his life, but it was just really affecting him. And I just fucking said, fuck it. I took the day off. I had to go pick him up from school because they were like, hey, his normal teacher's out. So, take him. I was like, okay. So I took him, just had a me and him day, took him to fucking Sonic, got him a, whatever they're called, the Blasts, I think. Or, yeah, they're kind of like
Ices.
DQ's. Yeah, DQ's version of a Blizzard. Or yeah, it's
Oh, a
basically
blizzard?
a Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, long story short, it was very, very, very bad. I won't go into details on what happened, but it was fucking god awful. But yeah, it was shit.
Parenting, man.
Oh man, yeah, his teacher ended up having to go to the hospital, so.
Oh damn.
It was bad. And it wasn't malicious or on purpose. It was just a freak fucking accident. But he was so distraught from it. It was like, yeah.
All
Talk
right.
about it later. But yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Michael.
Yeah. So minus. Probably gonna share this minus with most of America out there, but it's my bracket. I just lost one of my final four. I mean, I was like, my bracket looks shitty already, but I at least had my final four intact until that last game, and so it's just like, fuck me, man. Yeah, I never do a good bracket, and I never will.
Done 3.
But anyways, my plus is actually just recent news. My wife and I we're being blessed with our first child here soon, and one of our goals was to try to get into a house before our child came, and we just got lucky this last week, and we were approved to move into a house here in the Bay Area, which is freaking hard to find. That's in our price range, and so we're really happy. And I'll be moving into a house. No more apartment living, guys. Out of the apartment.
Apartments sucking.
I'm so happy to not
Dude,
have.
welcome to be your house because you were
Congratulations.
the only one out of all of us that was still in an apartment, and I hopefully, knock on wood, never have to go back because they keep
Same.
popping up like wildfire. And then you look at the price and you're like, for a fucking itty bitty 600 to 900 square foot fucking box, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 2 orange trees and a lemon tree, and a nice big backyard for the dogs.
Dude, that's awesome. Send me some
Yeah.
fucking oranges, bro.
Yeah.
What's a big backyard for those
serious.
dogs, though? I mean, because you know.
Anything, but I mean, it's a substantially nice sized backyard, and
The driveway's enough for your dogs.
Yeah, no, it's more than enough space. It's really gonna be nice to just.
Plus, to have a kid that has a yard, trust me, that was the biggest thing with being a divorced kid, with divorced parents, is like one parent was always, renting apartments because he was in the army, didn't have a choice. But the other one, we were either living elsewhere or half the time at my papa's, who had a backyard. And it was nicer to have one than it wasn't, because when we didn't have a backyard, it was like you can't really go out and play in that, without going somewhere else. So your kid will appreciate that.
But when you did have that backyard, man, that backyard had a lot of bottle rockets go through it.
Yes, it did. And BBs, bottle rockets, Vietnam. We used to do Vietnam.
Oh,
where
the
you
Vietnam
take
is
all
great.
you take all the sticks off the bottle rockets, like out of a few packs, and you put all the wicks in a circle, and just make a circle of them all going outwards. You all have to stand there, and some dipshit lights it, and then we all wait, 3 seconds, and then you can run. Whew, that's why we call it Vietnam, because it's like it's fucking stupid.
I still have, because we did it at my mom's. I don't remember who all was there when we did it, but one of
I
them,
was there.
one of them actually went through the jersey I had on at the time, and it went right through it. It was a piece of the jersey that was hanging off of my body, so it actually didn't hit me. It just went right through the jersey. I didn't even notice it until I took it off at night, and there's a burn hole right through it.
I remember he was walking back, and our dipshit dude at the time fucking had one in a bottle. I said, "Don't do it." "Don't do it." He lit it. It went hit right in the fucking temple. It went down like a bag of rocks. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was so bad.
That was
And then
probably
Roman-
intentional.
Oh, it probably was because he's a
The
prick.
Roman candle war at the
We had the Roman
farm.
candle wars. We did
You
Roman
remember that?
candle wars.
Are
That is
never
one
a
of
good
these,
idea.
dude. And if you do one with the screamers, one of us accidentally grabbed one of the screamer ones. That scared. I was like, I dropped it. I was like, nope, I'm out. I was like, nope, not doing the screamers. Nope.
That
I'm
was
out.
at a farm too. That was
At
great.
a farm where anything could have caught fire easily. Like, we were so stupid.
We really
God
were.
bless. It was so much fun though.
You think back to that of how many times we could have died?
Oh, dude,
You
I
know.
shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be a father. I shouldn't have kids. Like, I fucking have,
Have
no.
fingers.
Like, thank
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Thank God. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Like, thank God for fucking getting me through living here. Because I don't know. I'm glad I moved too. Because I probably wouldn't be here. Because we would have done even more dumb shit. Like,
Mhm.
fuck. I left basically right when I got a license. Like, see ya. I'd like to live, please.
All right. So my minus is my yesterday morning. My mom was diagnosed with the flu, so that's obviously not something you want one of your parents going through, especially when
Fucked
they're
up my plans tomorrow.
in their middle of their 60s.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
And she's normally the one taking care of everybody else in the family and in the city and in the world. So to have to return the favor is, it's a sad thing to do. My plus is that Calipari's going to get fired tomorrow. No.
It's up.
Oh, he's not.
No. My plus for the week is on Monday I finally got a new car after a month
SUV.
plus.
SUV.
SUV, yes.
SUV.
SUV. After a month and about 45 days, roughly. 45.
It's very blue. It's very, very blue.
You got to see it
You can't
right.
miss it.
You got to see it right after I got it car washed. So
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
it was
We need to clay bar it.
It
I
was-
saw it in your hood. We need to clay bar the hood.
Sure.
Just trust me.
Okay, I'll take your word on it. I don't know what
I've had to hear everything and anything you do to a car ever since my dad started a fucking car taking business. I know all little stupid shit that I shouldn't know, but he also did it prior to. So like I used to do it with the Porsche and shit. But basically you take a clay bar and it's you do it, you wash it, you clay bar it, it gets all the little particles and shit that come up, and then you do the wax and seal, and then it will last for like pretty much the whole year. It's pretty cool.
After 30 years
But
of friendship, Kyle still doesn't know me. All right.
No, I know you're not gonna fucking do it. I'm just saying that's why I said we.
All right. Y'all have anything else you wanted to touch base on?
Did you find out if it was a boy or a girl?
Me? Yeah, it's a girl. We're having.
Oh shit, you poor
baby
bastard.
girl.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're in Chad's world now, where you're gonna have a little fucking princess that runs your life.
Yep.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I had a daughter, she could fucking do this, and I was there. Well, half the time.
Yep. Have fun going to those dance ballets
Oh,
and
dude.
stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
Alex had to go to a fucking dance competition last night, and then she was out, or my mom doesn't have a license or proper plates right now,
Mhm.
so both expired. She's like, "Will you drop me off?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I'd love to, because I'm a great son. And I dropped her off, and she's like, "All right, I'm staying the night there." I'm like, "Cool, dude." It's 10:30. I told the boys they could stay up till 11 because it was
Mhm.
Friday. It was 10:30. 10:41. I'm about to give them their melatonin. Thank God I didn't. She texts me, "Hey, they're back." I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Can you run you back?" No. I'm like, "I'll be there in a minute." Like, you speak. Like, I can't fucking say it for you. So I called her. I was like, "Hey, do you want me to come get you so you're not sleeping on a fucking couch that you don't want to fucking sleep on?" Because some couches like look nice, but there's shit to sleep on. It's one of those one where it's long, it's big, it looks nice
Mhm.
to like sit on, but there's no fucking way in hell I'll be laying on that fucking thing. Like it's like a brick. One of those like halfies, like where it's like got half a back, where a normal couch has like this. It's got like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. So I was like, "Fuck, fine." I go pick her up. She's like all freaked out. She was like, "Oh, thanks for coming pick me." I'm like, "Mom, you're my mother." I'm like, "You do the same thing if you could." I'm like, "Get over it." I'm like, "You're welcome." And then we're halfway home. I look back. I just hear, they're both fucking passed out. I was like, "Motherfucker." So I'm like, "Well, this is gonna be fun." So it was the glory of having kids. Just forewarning you. You never wake a sleeping child, ever. You let them fucking sleep. I know this. I've done this. I've dealt with this. I fucked this up. So I grab them, or I bring everything in. I grab, get her in the house and all that. And she's like, "You can grab the boys." I'm like, "I really, really don't want to." I'm like, "They're asleep. They're passed the fuck out. They're content." And she's like, "We can't leave them in the car." I was like, "No shit." And then that's when I brought up the fucking fucked up story that you shared. And she's like, "I saw that." I'm like, "How the fuck do you leave a kid for 10 days? Like, how in the fuck do you do that? Just like drop the fucking kid off at a fucking firehouse." So anyone listening, if you're going through a rough patch, I'm a fucking full-time single dad. I get it. Like, I have my moments, but I would never ever in a fucking million years do anything to actually harm them or hurt them. Like, I might joke, but no way in hell would I ever do something that fucking stupid. If I really needed that kind of help, I would go and get it, or I don't know, ask for help. It's not that fucking hard. So, bro, do you ever need a minute, or like, I'm not flying all the way to California to help you, but call me. Fucking put that shit on FaceTime,
Hey,
and I'll do fucking silly baby talk. Like, I don't give a shit.
I got an extra room.
Hey, man, that's fair. Dude, I could use a trip.
Yeah, free place to stay. Yeah, you guys need it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Especially with how much California costs. Shit. It might take me 8 days to get there because my ass ain't flying. But
Flights to SF are expensive. Big airport.
dude, flights are way more expensive than they used to be. So is everything else. But yeah. Anyway,
that's a
my
different
point
story.
my point being is, long story short, just
Too
for
late.
anyone and everyone out there, if you're going, yeah, no, I'm sorry. For anyone out there going through some shit, just please don't be that stupid bitch that left her kid alone for 10 fucking days. And it died, obviously, which was horrific and horrible. And just so many other things could have happened to avert that fucking outcome. So again, don't be a stupid bitch like that bitch.
You ready for the next worst part of it?
Which one?
About that story?
She got life in 8 years.
Yeah, but apparently, according to the autopsy report, the baby died 2 days before she got home.
Oh, I thought it
It
was
survived 8 days.
8 days. Yeah.
8.
Yeah, 8 days. Without food, without water. It cried. It even got picked up on the fucking neighbor's doorknob or doorbell
Yeah.
ring camera. By the way, people, it takes 2 seconds to call 911. If you're wrong, fine. If you're wrong, fine. Whoop-de-doo. You pissed off your neighbor. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Do the right thing. Call 911 if you hear something that's fucking abnormal. You hear gunshots. You fucking see a suspicious character. Save some fucking lives. It's 2024. Call 911. Fuck, text 911 for a fucking wellness check. Takes 2 fucking seconds, you lazy fuck.
Yeah.
If I heard a baby crying and I saw no activity, no people, no nothing, I'm not saying I wouldn't, because I definitely fucking would. And I'm abrasive as it is. Like, like if I see a fucking kid in a car on a hot day in the summer, I have no problem grabbing my fucking knife breaker and breaking that fucking window. No problem at all. You don't leave a fucking kid in the car. You don't leave animals in the car. You don't leave anything in a fucking car on a hot day. That's the same type of shit that pisses me off. I'll fucking pay for the window. I don't give a fuck. You don't do it. That's how you end up being on the news and your kid ends up being dead. For no good fucking reason other than you were a lazy piece of shit and couldn't take them in with you. I got 2 of them and I take them in with me. So fuck you. Sorry. Just
All right.
fucking Really, it got my blood boiled.
That was the what is Kyle mad about segment, and
Dude, I'm
we-
holding back. That woman should be fucking filleted on live television.
I
and
got it.
fucking have
Yeah.
Every digit cut off.
Well, luckily for
And her
us and the
cervix
rest
cut
of
out.
humanity, she'll be in a playpen for the rest of her life. So
Cut her cervix out. Yeah, I hope she gets the break she deserves.
yeah. All right. You guys, Seamen podcast. We will be back on Wednesday, and we will talk to you then. More March Madness updates by then as well.